This is Ayman Khan here for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. With me to talk through his upcoming bout on the. Wait, sorry. Let me just start that again. Are you out on August 27th or is it sooner?
July 23rd, this Saturday.
Because BoxRec says August 27th, so I just thought I'd make sure that was.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm assuming he's gonna fight on that card as well with Nathan, right, Angel?
Um, right now we are not sure because I think there's another opportunity in September. So we're debating on
Okay,
the September card.
so we'll focus on July 23, which is this Saturday.
Wicked, no problem. Let's do that again. This is Ayman Khan here for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. With me to talk through his upcoming bout on July 23rd, the Mob Nation card, as well as talk some boxing too, is the one and only hot prospect, Angel Rodriguez. Angel, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just here at the gym, cutting the last few pounds off, getting ready for Saturday.
Getting ready for Saturday. You look a lot more cooler than I do right now. I'm glad that the camera's
Uh,
not on me, and rather it's on you. Angel, you got what? Sorry,
I got the AC on in here.
you got the AC on, living life. Angel, let's rewind because I remember talking to you to preview your last fight out, and we had a really good conversation. I really enjoyed speaking to you, having a talking to you about boxing and your path and growing up, and you've had a little bit of a blip now in your career with the last fight out that you had in suffering a loss. Can you talk me through what kind of happened there in the defeat that you suffered?
Yeah, man. It was a great fight. It was a great learning experience for me. The opponent that I fought, he was just tough. He was tough as nails, man. He didn't stop coming. He didn't stop coming, which made it difficult for me to try to control him in the fight. But um, what can I say? The loss really doesn't mean anything to me. It's never really meant anything to me. Um, because I just want to make good fights happen, and that was a good fight. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good attitude to have to take it as a learning experience as opposed to be like buried down by it. But was there a period of time in which you had to kind of almost grieve it in a way, or was your mindset just to kind of get over it and move forward?
I tell myself no, but I did take a little bit of time off. I haven't fought since January, and we're in July. So I think I just kind of take some time just to regroup myself. Start fresh again. I got back into training, and I've been training really really hard ever since that loss. So I'm ready to continue, and I'm ready to keep it going.
If I remember as well, if I remember correctly as well, like you're very much strong believer in faith and guide and being guided the right path. So I assume that your faith as well has allowed you to kind of get back up and restore yourself and be able to get back on the path too.
Definitely, man. Without faith, without having faith in yourself or faith in God, that He has plans for you. I mean, I'm pretty much say that there's no reason to continue if you don't have faith.
Mhm. And getting into the fight then in terms of experience, because we talked about your knockout streak and the power that you were carrying, and the other side of it being the rounds and not being able to get the rounds. So in looking at the positives, you were able to go the 10 rounds. You've got that in your bank now, and you've got that in the back of your mind to know that you can go all the way through to a 10-round fight if needed to as well.
That one was an 8 rounder. It was an eight-round fight.
Sorry.
8 round. Yeah, it was my first 8 round fight. It was cool. It went a lot faster than I expected. It felt faster than a 6 round fight, honestly. But yeah, now that I got that experience, I'm ready to continue to more 8 rounders, 10 rounders. Looking forward to the bigger fights.
So let's look forward to this weekend, July 23rd. You're back out your headline in the latest Mob Nation card. We talked about pressure in terms of the KO streak last time around, but do you feel a bit more pressure this time around? You've had the loss, you've got to win in front of your headline in the card too. Is there a pressure that you feel there coming into this one?
Not really. I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do normally. I'm gonna be a lot more patient. I'm telling myself I'm gonna be a lot more patient. I've been learning a lot, new stuff. I came to a new training camp, so I feel really like amazing here. I feel I have a new team, a great team, and I know that I'm not worried at all. I know that the knockout's gonna come.
There you are. Give me some insights into that. You got the new team, new training. Give me the insights into what you've been learning, what you've been adding into your game that we can expect to see from you this weekend.
Yeah, I'm with my new coach, Gloria and Andy and Mark, my strength conditioning coaches. They really teach, or Gloria really teaches something that I lacked. I was more of a, power hitter, like Mexican style type fighter. This coach has taught me how to be a lot more loose and quick on my feet, movement, things that I lacked, things that I needed. I believe if I had this training camp for my last fight, I would have won no problem, like without a doubt.
Do you look to them maybe after this fight get that rematch with Jose?
Yeah, that was the plan. That was the plan, and they had asked him, and he said yeah, but he took another fight like last week or something, at like 154, but he got knocked out. So they're telling me there's no point in really uh going after that again. So I was on it for a minute, but I kind of just let it go now. It's whatever's now.
No worries. And I remember you mentioning as well that you're campaigning at super lightweight, but the plan is to eventually for you to go back down to light. So where does that kind of path lay for you also?
Yeah, I normally fight at 135, but I'm gonna see because I'm pretty tall for the weight class and stuff, and it's getting a little bit more difficult. This fight I'll be at my opponent. He wanted to fight at 143, so I'm fighting at a catch weight. Um, but I might just stay at 140.
Mhm. Angel, if you were to plan out the perfect year for end of the year for yourself, now we're halfway through or more than halfway through the year. So your perfect end of 2022, what would happen for you?
I'm looking forward to doing a couple more fights. We might have an opportunity in September. Waiting for the details to be confirmed, and if that opportunity comes through, that would honestly be the perfect ending for me because it's a pretty big opportunity, the biggest one in my career.
Angel, let me get some thoughts from you before I let you go. A lot of talk about the lightweight divisions, super lightweight divisions. We saw Ryan Garcia recently out last weekend. Your thoughts on his destructive finish over Javier Fortuna?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he looked good. He did great. Thing at 140, I think was good because we're about the same size, and it's getting tough. But Ryan Garcia did his thing, man. He looked impressive, and that's someone that I'm looking forward to stepping in the ring with one day. I think that would be a great fight. He's quick, and I think I have everything. I apply so much pressure, and I think it would be a great fight.
What are the gaps that you see in Ryan Garcia's game that you can capitalize upon? A lot of people who watch boxing name a lot of things about his chin being up in the air. People have said with Joe Goosen that's now a little bit more tight. But from what you've seen from a boxer's perspective, what are the gaps in his game that you can expose on?
Definitely, I see that he punches with his chin up. He never has his chin tucked, and I feel like when people apply the pressure, that's when he struggles. He looks good when he's the one walking people down, because he's the one controlling the pace. But I see when people are putting pressure on him, he tends to kind of open up a lot more, or sometimes he doesn't really uh, he doesn't move correct in the correct way. He kind of does the same thing when he moves his head and stuff, throws his arms out. So yeah.
There's a lot of talk about a potential Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia fight. Do you think we will see that fight this year?
I think so. I really feel like, because Oscar got the offer to sell Golden Boy. And he had tweeted that he is going to become the first Mexican boxer or Mexican athlete to become a billionaire. So he got a $1 billion offer to sell. I think what he's going to do is going to make all the big fights happen for Ryan to cash out. And I feel like he's going to let go of Golden Boy. So I feel like he's going to make all the fights that he can happen before he does that.
Who would you pick as your winner?
I would say I think Ryan Garcia. I think Tank is probably the better fighter. but I just think the height and the distance, Ryan, there's no way Ryan's gonna let that man come in at all, you know. So
It's a controversial pick. A lot of people are picking Gervonta Davis, I see.
yeah, I mean, my heart is with Gervonta Davis, but my mind and the boxing that I know, I think is Ryan Garcia.
Another get your quick thought on another fight that I want to get your thoughts on too is Canelo and Triple G. We get to see the trilogy very soon as well. A lot of talk because of Canelo. He went up to light heavyweight, wasn't successful against Bivol. Now he's taking this trilogy rematch with Gennady Golovkin. How do you feel that fight plays out too?
I don't know. I think Triple G's already he's obviously on his way out. I think Canelo's gonna dominate. You know, I think he's gonna dominate. I don't think he'll knock him out, but I think he's gonna dominate him on scorecards.
And then I always wondered because so I'm obviously over here in the UK side, and with the UK being a lot smaller than America is, it tends to happen that the fighters in each divisions will get a lot of sparring in because they can travel to other places around the country. But what's that like with America, getting sparring in, capable sparring as well as sparring that suits you too in such a grand country? Has that been difficult to get that sparring in with top quality opponents?
No, it's I've been going to spar at Wild Card with Freddie Roach. There's tons and tons of fighters there. People just come and show up, and we just kind of match each other up as we show up. So the sparring here is great. I mean, there's no excuse to not be sparring out here, you know.
With that said, Freddie Roach, Wildcard Gym, that you mentioned there, a rich wealth of talent that you can spar with. Tell me, of the spars that you have had, which spars stick out to you and which ones have really brought you on?
Um, there's a lot of different styles that I've never really sparred. I've always sparred, you know, like people like in the gyms or the surrounding gyms, and they're all Mexican style type of fighters. But we have a lot of European fighters at Freddie Roach's gym, which is a lot different style. They box a lot different, which is something that I'd never seen. I only did 4 amateur fights, so I didn't get too much experience in that. So going over there, fighting European fighters and stuff, it was a new style to me that opened my eyes to different boxing styles.
Who were the fighters? Can you name them?
Um, I don't remember their names off the top of the head, but there were some really good fighters. They were one of them was top rank, Giovanni.
Santillan.
Yeah, from top rank, and then some other. I believe he's a Mexican, right? The other guys were the Europeans. I don't remember my name off the top of their head.
No problem. So a couple of final questions from me, and I'll let you go, Angel. For fighters who are deemed as prospects and suffer a loss, suffer a blip in their career, what's the piece of advice that you give to them to kind of, for you kind of been having that experience and looking to get back out there, what's the piece of advice that you give to them?
You know, a loss is just a lesson. My advice is keep going because I kind of feel like right now boxing is heading in a different direction. I feel like there's a lot more fighters taking more risk and taking losses. You know, I think right now we're in a time where fights are being made and we're not babying really anybody's record anymore. You know, we're actually taking tougher fights and everyone loses, man. Everyone. So just keep going and keep your head up because there's a big fight that's gonna come for everybody that you know can change your whole life in the blink of an eye.
And then, Angel, for this weekend, for people who are going to be watching you, having their eyes on you, what can they expect to see from you when you step through the ropes?
You guys can expect boxing, a lot more boxing, but at the same time, the same aggression that I come out with all the time. But I really want to show my boxing skills because it's something that I really never had, and I'm excited to show how light I can be and how quick I can be and how strong I can be.
Angel, final thing for people who want to follow your journey, follow your career, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at El Moreno Boxing.
Angel, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for speaking to Boxing Social. Wish you all the best for this weekend. We'll catch up soon.